This is the crescendo 3x3 Super Bowl, the tournament of tournaments, the World Tour final here in Abu Dhabi at the Etihad Plaza. FIBA 3x3's 12 best teams from 2022 playing for the game's biggest crown, $60,000, and the undisputable right to claim themselves as the best team in the world of 3x3. What is good, everybody? I'm Kyle Montgomery, aka the voice of 3x3, and I'm not here alone. Thankfully, this time I got my guy, former Amsterdam star, the Mountain, Boz Rosendahl alongside. We're going to be holding you down from the broadcast booth over the next 2 days. In a tournament, Boz, that we expect to be tighter than your clothes after Christmas dinner.
Coming out with a fire already, huh? All right, I see you. I'm happy to be here, man. I'm happy to be here. I guess they like what we did in Utrecht, and you can't ever have enough Dutch influence in the tournament. You know that.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Anybody literally can win this tournament. Out of all 12 teams, this is the best of the best in the world. We'll get more into the tournament a bit later, but how about the weather conditions? Nice day, a little bit of an overcast, but a nice breeze going through. Perfect conditions for what we expect to be a perfect 2 days of action. Hey, we aren't the only part of the media team. We got to get you guys introduced to the rest of our media team, our on-site hype squad. That's Huishan Saad, Noah Lazarus, our MCs, Vincent Royer representing Poitiers, and the DJ of all DJs, the Olympic DJ, he's got magic in his fingers. DJ Lash, you'll see him in a bit, but they will be doing their part to keep this event hype. It's sold out, by the way. Everybody wants to get their spot. There he is. That's the man. DJ Lash rocking that nice Maurice Lacroix watch. Meantime, why don't you watch this rules package, a little refresher in case you don't know about 3x3. Enjoy. I can't hear you. Welcome to the world of 3x3, baby. It's an exciting new brand of basketball. You got two teams of 3 players on the court, and you got 1 player sitting on the bench here with me. Playing on the half court with 1 rim. With the official 3x3 basketball made especially for the fast-paced outdoor game. The first team with 21 points is your winner, or the team with the most points after 10 minutes. You have just 12 seconds on the shot clock, and the clock is ticking, baby. Anything inside the arc is worth 1 point, while anything outside the arc is worth 2. That's how I do, baby. And once you score, the ball doesn't stop. Offense turns to defense just like that. It's a 10-minute sprint. All right, our rules are better than your rules. Half the court, twice the fun. It's a 10-minute sprint to 21. 3 players on the court per team each game, no coaches. And if you don't hit 21 points, whoever has the most after 10 minutes expires wins the game. Pretty simple. Ain't nothing simple about this performance. We turn it up in Abu Dhabi as we get you set to crown this 11th edition of the World Tour Final back in Abu Dhabi again for the 3rd time. Meantime, let's take a look at how things transpired through a busy 2022. It started off as the Oob Show. They won the first 4 events, and then the tide began to turn. Antwerp stole one in Debrecen. Then Riga started a run. They would take 3 Masters titles this year. Here's how the point standing ended. Ooh, they got a nice big bonus to cap the year. $60,000 for getting that #1 spot. Liman, Antwerp, among the powerhouses this year. You see Riga also in the top 5. Here are your former World Tour winners of the previous 10 editions. The reigning champs are here. Liman got it done last year. Riga, they're here. They did it in 2020. Novi ladies side with 4 World Tour final titles. And of course, 2 previous World Tour finals here in Abu Dhabi, 2015, 2016. Shaheen Stoyachich, he's been the man with the rock in his hands this year. He leads in almost every major statistical category. Points, player value, highlights, you name it. Dr. Strange has been the man. 219 points to lead the way. His teammates hot on his heels. How about the year that Dejan Marstovic has had? And of course, Dr. Strange, number 1 atop the rankings. Stefan Kojic, Slimmy Otto of Team Liman, right behind him. Shout out to the ladies. The women's series wrapped up a couple of months ago. Shout out to Canada, Michelle Proof, the world number 1, as she led Canada to a women's series title. Can't wait to see the women's series next year. That's going to be outstanding as that continues to grow and grow and grow. And so is the excitement, huh, Bob? Are you ready? This is your first World Tour final in the broadcast booth.
You gotta bring that up. Oh, it's in the broadcast booth. You're right.
Okay,
you're right.
in the broadcast booth.
I've never played one yet either. So
that's okay. But you played on big stages. You played at the World Cup, silver medalist, right?
Yes,
a couple
sir.
times.
Yeah. No, just the one.
Okay, just once. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it.
I remember
I'm happy with that one, though. It's still at the house, hanging in a nice spot.
But you know what, Boz? You bring the credentials. There's some pretty big credentials, by the way.
Tall or big?
Yeah, well, both.
All right.
Boz, in case you don't know, he's got one of the best nicknames in 3x3, the Mountain. He's 7'1". I like doing the broadcast with him. I hate standing next to him. I feel like a baby.
Now you say this, but yesterday you wanted to try to see if you could catch me in the post.
Listen,
I don't know, man. We have
like
to try to get that, to go at some point during these couple of days.
I like a challenge. Anyway, hey, here's a challenge in front of each of our 12 teams. Here's a look at our groups. Oob is the decided favorite in Pool A. It's going to be a battle between Princeton and Ulaanbaatar, likely for that number 2 spot. Liman, the defending champs, not coming off an inspiring performance in Hong Kong, where they got bounced day 1. They're in a group with Vienna and Omaha Breeball. Another exciting American team. Vienna's rolling. Pool C with Antwerp, Shake Kubale, who won in Hong Kong. They're our most recent winner. Lausanne Sport, who had your 12 seed to make it here to Abu Dhabi. And Pool D, Riga, somebody's pick as a part of this broadcast team to win it all. I don't know who said Riga's going to win it, but
we're going to leave that up to the viewers.
They're in the group with the 2 Dutch squads, Amsterdam and Utrecht. So, listen, we are well represented, y'all. 2 American squads, 2 Dutch teams, 2 Serbian teams, a couple of Baltic teams, an Asian squad in Mongolia. I mean, we got everything you want. It's the World Tour final.
Yes, sir.
I know who's coming out now. That is your world number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Huishan Nemanja Barac, Manko Brankovic, Dejan Majstorovic, and Shaheen Stoyachich, a.k.a. Dr. Strange. They led the standings for the entire year. Again, top the league with 644 points, played 8 events this season, 4 wins, 2 runners-up finishes, and a couple of 7th place spots for Huishan. They're no strangers to the Americans, although we haven't seen Princeton in a while. Princeton coming as the 9 seed. 4 events for the Americans this year. They started the year strong. Made a run all the way to the final of the World Tour opener in Utrecht. And they lost to this Oob team. But after that run to the final in Utrecht, 3 quarterfinal exits. Most recently in Paris mid-October. They got the tough man, Damon Huffman, the junkyard dog, Isaiah Wilkerson, Canyon, Barry, and the birthday boy.
Yes, his birthday?
Kareem Maddox, the Madman. Yeah, I think it was actually yesterday, and he's 33. So shout out to Kareem Maddox, a 3x3 world champion, gold medalist in 2019, along with Damon Huffman and Kenyon Berry on that squad, and a World Tour Masters winner as they won the LA Masters back in 2019. Two Olympic credentialed officials, Cecilia Talk, Marcos Michaelides. They will be holding things down as we get ready for this first 10-minute sprint, y'all. Haven't seen Princeton in a while, Boz, so I'm curious to see, what they have brewing. Maybe they've been in the lab. Again, we haven't seen them since Paris. They're going to have to deal with this man right here, Strahinja Stojicic.
Yeah, you're going to be seeing and hearing that name a lot during this broadcast. He's everywhere on the court. Leads the field in drives, almost leads the field in three-point percentage, or two-point percentages as well. But I'll tell you what, Princeton is a outside. I mean, they got a chance, right? They play a style of 3x3 basketball that not a lot of teams know how to handle. They play over on screens, and they got Maddox down there, protecting the paint. So I'm curious to see how Oob's going to try to attack that.
Yeah, they got size and strength inside with former Ivy League Defensive Player of the Year, Kareem Maddox. There we go. He's 6'8". Great defender and slasher in Kenyon Berry. You got Damon Huffman, who's an absolute dog defensively, very difficult to post, even though he stands about 6'3". Great shooter as well. He's a proven player at this level, and Isaiah Wilkinson, who has evolved. His game's gotten better and better as the season has gone on. They're going to have to bring their very best against the very best team, Huishan and E. One thing about a couple things about Number one, I released my pick to win the tournament on social media, which is always a bad idea when you're the commentator. And everybody's listening. Dan Majstorovic comes up to me and he says, "Hey, I heard what you said." And I thought he was talking about an interview I did about Serbia 3x3. And he says, "Yeah, I heard what you said about us in Riga." And I said, "Yeah, man, I made my pick." He said, "You just gave me some motivation."
Oh, okay. If he says that, you better watch out.
So that's one thing. The other thing is the last four Masters of the season, they didn't win. A couple of runners-up finishes, but that was it. Meantime, that is it. Two-stroke. Damon Huffman gets the scoring going for Princeton. Meantime, it's the Maestro getting harassed by Kenyon Berry. He kicks it to the Huffman. Huffman! Off the glass.
That's how you up your percentages.
You can bank on him. Huffman with the first 4 points to start the game. He's going to get a quick squig of water as his teammates get back to it defensively. Dr. Strange trying to navigate through traffic. Strahinja fouled on the way up. Isaiah Wilkinson got caught reaching in the cookie jar, so Dr. Strange will step up to the line and shoot one. Strahinja Stojicic, he has cut up the league this year. 3 Masters MVPs. He has been in a different stratosphere. Finished the season leading in points, player value, and highlights. And that's easy work for him at the line. Zeke. He'll get it to Kareem. The madman hands it off to Tough Man. Back to Reem. Reem driving in the paint, elevates on the beast, and he didn't get it up in time.
I like that matchup.
Yeah.
I like that matchup. You're the beast, strong man down there, holding it down, but Maddox is crafty.
Yeah, he's a better defender than I think people give him credit for. He's never won a World Tour final yet, so... There's Huffman. He gets called for the reach in. And he's a great debater. Although he's not going to win this with official Marcos.
Nah, he won't. I know from experience you won't win that.
There's Strahinja Stojicic, a player value of 233.2 this year. Average better than 7 points per game. And he misses the free throw. A little bit of a shock as Princeton will get back on the attack. We got another whistle. Should mention that Nemanja Badac is back. He missed the Hong Kong Masters, and he's been a serious glue guy for Oob this year. Rebounding, defending, he does all the dirty work. and he doesn't require any credit. And doesn't even care if he gets a shot or not. That's the type of player that you need on your team.
Yeah, you're right. He leads the league in rebounding, too. And especially the team. He's averaging over 4 rebounds a game. And it's very important if you have a couple of shooters on the team that you can kick it out to.
Yeah, he cleans the glass like Windex. Now he's going to have to step up and D up on Wilkerson once we leave the scores table.
A little more than a minute past in the game. So we start with 12 teams today. At the end of the night, we get the 18 last standing who will advance to the knockout.
All right, so 6 seconds is what we'll have on the shot clock. Again, Kyle Montgomery, a.k.a. the voice of 3x3 with you. And Boz Rosendahl representing.
Yes, sir.
Zeke, ooh, that stroke was broke. Here comes Mim Diesel. Mim Diesel to the beast, Bronkiller. Nope, that one's deflected. And out of bounds. 4-1, Princeton out of the gates.
Hey, 2 two-point shots, and that's what they do. They have the highest 2-point percentage in the entire league, or at least from the teams that are here today. Oh, here we go.
Dr. Strange, catch up if you can, man.
That man drives the ball like no other. Tell you what, I was looking at the stats before this. Dr. Strange got 76 drives. You want to guess what the second best player has?
Second most drives, I would say 50. Maybe
38.
38.
He's driving almost double the amount that everybody else does. So that's something we'll see a lot of today.
He'd make a good Uber employee. All right, I should have saved that. Focus on the game, people. It's 4-2. Not on my bad jokes. Mim Diesel swings it. Here's the beast. That one's broken up. Good defense. CB up top. Maddox will kick it. Huffman making his move. Huffman steps through. Excuse me, I got a bucket to get, sir.
That's 3 crazy shots. He got 1-2, 1-2 off the glass, and now a step in.
Listen, David Huffman's had a hell of a year this year. Really, he's played at a high level this year. He's shown a ton of grit, ton of heart. He's played angry, like, you know.
Yeah, he's playing like he's got something to prove. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, that's the man that makes their whole defensive scheme go, right? I mean, as I was saying, they fight over screens with Maddox down low, and Huffman is so good at fighting over those screens that they can do this, right? Not every player has the tools to fight over like he does.
Well, there's a reason why I call him Tough Man, Huffman. He's as tough as nails, man, and he's relentless. Always fighting to the very end. He's got Princeton off to a good start here. As we said, the 12 best teams in the world, and while there are a few favorites, this thing is open like a bestseller. New York Times. We don't know who's going to get it, and Princeton, again, off to a good start here. We'll see how it finishes up. Just scratching the surface. This is a 10-minute sprint, only 2 minutes in. I want to thank our official ball and apparel sponsor, Wilson. Of course, we want to thank the Abu Dhabi Sports Council. We want to thank our official timekeeper, Maurice Lacroix, as well as our suppliers, Inleo, Magic Sky, Baudet, Skelter Sports. Much love to you. Oh, nice look. Badaj's patience pays off. Bump in the bucket.
I thought they were going to call that before, but yeah, they let it go. He went up strong, got the bucket and the foul.
Badaj, this is how he makes an impact for this team. It's quiet, but it's a large impact. And Mim Diesel, he strokes that one from the line. Ooh, his trim the lead down to 1. Oh, little collision up top. Barry decides to take it, and he says, take it back. DJ Lab's got this place rocking too.
Me too.
Hey,
you dancing already?
Oh yeah, I gotta get it going.
Yeah, I'll try to go with you a little bit.
Wait till the camera shows up, then we can do a little something. We'll coordinate something, boss. Don't worry, we got 2 days.
All right.
The maestro. He's in the mood for a duet, string music, and Uber in front. Oh, that was a grown man move.
That's bully ball. I'll tell you what, I ran into Wilkerson practicing yesterday in the hallway, and that man's built like a fullback.
Oh, yeah, he's built like a truck. I know it. Oh, speaking of, that's Dr. Strange bringing the bass. Oh, Green with the cross. Trying to whip it, but they ran out of time. I think that's another stat that Strahinja might have led in this year is dunks. It was between Strahinja Stojicic and Stefanovic
for
Team
sure.
Belgrade. And
I'd say for Vort.
no, not for Vort.
No?
No.
He had a couple, though.
No.
I don't know. We have to look this up.
I'll give you a hint, because I know.
You know.
They play on Madman. Couldn't land it. Maestro, oh, look at the quick move. He's deceptive. Leaves the beast open like a double click. And he's connected. So 11-6. This escalated quickly. Remember, this was a 5-2 lead for Princeton. Since then, Uber gone on a 9-1 run, if my math is correct.
No, you're right. You're right. And that's what makes them so dangerous. They can score points in bunches. They got Majstorovic from the outside and then Dr. Strange everywhere on the court. I'll tell you what. Oh.
The beast, all cloth. Oh, Nim Diesel.
Oh, we're doing something here.
Getting tied up with Huffman. That's going to take some strength to break those two apart. Listen, Baratz is not the type to back down, and neither is Huffman. We got to get these guys separated.
This is how you know what it's all about. I mean, this is everything on the line right now.
Oh, now they still barking at each other. They still barking at each other. This game is crazier than a riot. This is just game one.
That's a good start to the day.
All right. Cooler heads will prevail. We got a good floor staff. Maximilian, Andre out there. Wow. Well, hey, this is a World Tour final, y'all. This is a battle to prove who the best of the best in the entire world is. These guys are leaving their heart between the lines, and that was an indication right there.
They're ready to leave everything out there. I don't know if fighting's ever an option, but you don't want to step to another guy like that.
Well, that's a lot of testosterone between the two.
Hey, the energy in the stadium went up for sure.
Now they're still talking.
They're still going at it.
American-Serbian rivalry spawning here. So here's what happened. Take a look. Huffman and Badac both go down, and Huffman.
Can't see it. He stood over him, though.
You can't really see who was the culprit. Either Huffman pulled Badac down or Badac held Huffman down. One of the two. I don't know. This we'll leave it up to our esteemed officials to take a look at this. They'll get a couple of views at the scores table and decide if there's a double foul that needs to be handed out, if a unsportsmanlike needs to be handed out. But there will be a decision forthcoming with this.
I don't know. I'm curious because we don't really see this all that much, right? I mean, I don't know how many of these scuffles you've seen in your years, but I mean, I remember tossing a player over the boarding once. That's about it.
Yeah, I didn't remember seeing that. Did you do that?
It was a challenger. It was a challenger. We went to the South Korean challenger, and one of the Ulaanbaatar guys, and me and him got into it during the game, and I kind of just picked him up and tossed him.
And how long was he in the hospital?
He was not. He got up, and he got right into my face. So that was, the Mongolian guys are very tough, man. I'll tell you what.
He was a Mongolian guy. Okay. I was thinking somebody getting tossed by the mountain. That's a long trip.
No, this guy just got right up and ran up to me. I was like, all right. That's how you know, you're just trying to send a message at some point, but he came back to me and cleared that really quickly.
All right, so all the guys seem to be calming down. They're shaking hands, making nice. But this ain't no game. This ain't no game, I'm trying to tell you. Look, that might be the first time I've seen Badac smile all season. And it comes after a scuffle like that.
That might just be his cup of tea, I'll tell you what.
That's what his teeth look like. I had no idea. He's the most stone-faced individual I've ever met.
Now, we do have a total of 4 3 teams.
Well, yeah, I guess we got some extra time. I feel like we need to entertain the people at home, Bosby. You got any songs you want to sing?
You want to sing something?
No, I don't particularly want to sing, but I just want to know if you had anything on your playlist.
We're going back to the 90s music. That's what we're going to do.
I ain't going to put you on the spotlight.
I want you to come out with some Jagged Edge. Like,
and baby, I promise I'll be true. Okay.
All right, that's cool. I got it. I'm not joining you on that.
Let's Get Married was a good one.
I like Walked Out of Heaven.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Now, see, I kind of studied up on my music here. Last time I was lacking, now I'm good.
The young people are listening at home right now, and they're just cringing. Like, who are these old dudes singing old group songs? Who's Jagged Edge?
That was a good time, though.
That was like 2005.
That was our first year in the States. Like 112, Jagged Edge, Ray J. Like, that was a good year. Neo came out with that first song.
Neo's first, I don't know. Hey, look, the game is back. Here we go. Princeton have it. Canyon Barry with the pill. Oh, he's denied at the front door. Maestro with the strong defensive stand, and it looks like Barry is down.
That might be problematic because if you look at the bench, there's nobody there.
Yeah, actually, I think both Badac and Huffman got tossed.
Yeah, they did. So I hope Barry's okay because otherwise it's going to be problematic. They don't have any people to sub in for him.
I believe that was a fallout from their fallout. Is that they got disqualified. Okay, so I'll get some further clarification on that, but I do think that was the ruling. And I'm not mad at it because we can't have the ugliness in the game. We're going to keep it clean. That's a clean trip to the lane, and Dr. Strange. 2 hands for safety, man.
I thought he was going to spike that, really.
Yeah, usually he does. That one deflected, but I think this is the first time I've ever seen 2 players get ejected during the course of a game like this. So with Badac and Huffman going, these are obviously huge pieces that are missing for both teams. The scoring for Huffman, who got Princeton started with 4 of their first 7 points, and the defensive rebounding of Badac.
Yeah, they're going to miss the shooting for Huffman for sure. And Badac brings that toughness, and I think Brankovic might be able to pick that up, though.
Maybe so, but also both teams at a disadvantage because they can't sub. And you know how difficult this game is, this 10-minute sprint.
It's very tiring if you can't sub. And if you look at Princeton now, too, they can't even stop the clock with a foul. They got 9 fouls already. We've been playing for 5.5 minutes.
Wow, yeah. 9 fouls for Princeton as they are close to the double penalty. Oob have 6. One more defensive foul on them, and they'll be putting Princeton on the stripe to shoot 2. 4:30 to play. That's how dirty of a game this has been. It has been a physically contentious matchup. Meantime, the short floaty was off the mark. Meantime, it's Dr. Strange. That was a Russell Westbrook. It touched nothing but glass. As that ball will go back over to Princeton. They're looking at an 8-point deficit. It is an uphill climb, to say the least, for the Americans to get back to it. Maddox looks off the defense, says, look at that.
That'll help.
Buckets. Princeton within 3 possessions and plenty of time left. But they are sharp. They are battle tested. They get no score that possession. Madman, he wants another one. Madman's got the hot hand. He's heating up.
This is what Princeton needs to get back in this game. They need a couple of 2s and a couple of stops, as they're trying to get right now.
Maddox again celebrating a birthday yesterday, and time for a TV timeout. He's trying to give Oob a gift that they won't like, which is an L.
You know, it's always better than birthday cookies.
Princeton and Oob in front of you, ladies and gentlemen. Oob holding a 4-2 all-time head-to-head record. They've met twice in 2022. Dr. Strange getting nasty with it, twisting like a braid and throwing that one down, and then offense turns to defense just like that. The swattage leads to the beast swish. It's had some good action in this one. It has been action-packed, to say the least.
I'll tell you what, Dr. Strange got more arms than you and me. We might have to call him Doc Ock.
I like that.
Thank you.
That.
I prepared a little bit.
He's lanky. That is for sure. And you're well prepared. Meantime, it's the Madman. He's got him within 4 points. This is an 8-point game just a moment ago. Now it's down to 3. Want to talk about the heart of Oob? How about the heart of these Americans? Princeton find themselves back in it. Maestro over to the Beast. The Beast going up. Cannot score over the Madman. Wilkerson, pull up, short range. No, too much protein. Rebound to Strahinja. The world number 1 being pursued. He steps back. He's apart. Never mind. I thought he was going to hit it. He did not. Oh, he left him, and then he finishes with a bang.
Yeah, man, long arms, quick step. He's got everything you need to be the world number 1 player, and he's showing out right now.
Man, he is having a dunk exhibition right now. Strahinja Stojicic is taking it up to the next level. 17-13 as he responds. Maddox can't hit the 2-piece. So the Wilson to the Maestro. Now back to Dr. Strange. Strahinja going to the spin move. He tries to hand it off, but it's broken up. Oddly enough, Oob is not coming off of a great tournament in Hong Kong. Saw him a couple of weeks ago. They lost shockingly in the quarterfinals to Antwerp. So I knew they were going to be hungrier than a bear fresh off hibernation. But they are coming up, yeah.
I'm trying to hold my laugh, man. Keep coming out with these.
I mean,
it's the first game. Like, save them up.
But think about it. A bear after hibernation, that's a hungry bear. I thought about that this morning.
I know.
But I hadn't eaten breakfast yet, so I think that played a part in that one. But, yeah, they finished 7th. One of 2 7th-place finishes on the tour this year. But they've come alive. They usually respond well after a loss. And here they find themselves up 4 with just under 3 minutes to go. Zeke will hand it off. Maddox, no shooters touched that time. Brankovic with Barry defending. Dr. Strange kicks it out to a shooter. Maestro couldn't land it. Although he's hit a high percentage of twos this year for ooh, can he defend Maddox? The two seasoned vets going at it, and Maddox shot that man.
Maddox just found his stroke this game. With Huffman out, he really steps up, tries to take a lot of two-pointers. As my Storovic, puts up, hoop up, 3 points now. He's going to look for a shot again.
Oh, why not? Oh, Maddox! This man is going crazy right now.
It's hot out in Abu Dhabi, but he's making it hotter than it was.
Maddox with his fourth two-pointer, maybe his fifth. I'm losing count at this point.
Well, say you don't want to let that man shoot another one, but now he misses one.
Look
First
here.
one.
Listen, it is 19-17. If you were sleeping on Princeton, shame on you. They are right back in this game. Ooh, it's not safe. If you're just joining us, you do not see Damon Huffman or Nemanja Badac in this game. They were ejected after an altercation about midway through. So this is 3x3 personified. 3 players against 3 players. Now it's one-on-one, ISO game. Maddox elevates, couldn't hit the hook shot.
Maddox is looking gassed out there now. He had to carry the load offensively. The other guys haven't scored all that much.
Oh, he's going to let Strahini shoot it. He double dared him. Dr. Strange now. Maddox is out of gas. Yeah, he's on empty right now. Hard to blame him. Game point for Ooh. This is a big shot attempt. And Wilkerson misses it, but barely cleans up the mess. Strahini drives, dumps it off to the beast. And that is the finishing touch on a wild first game to start the action here in Abu Dhabi. It is 21-18. Ooh, get it done over Princeton in Group A action, and that shot right there shows you everything you need to know about this game. It took everything from each player on the court. It was a fight, figuratively and literally, in this first 10-minute sprint.
Yeah, we saw a bit of a scuffle there, and I think it kind of brought the game what it needed, to be honest with you. I mean, you never want to condone a fight, but like we were saying, Princeton really came to life afterwards. Yeah, Maddox started playing to his strengths. Without Huffman, he had to go shoot, so he hit 4 twos in a row to bring them all the way back into the game. And at least in the end there, it wasn't enough, though. I'll tell you what, that team Oob is a tough team to beat.
Well, listen, it was a scuffle, not exactly a fight. There was no punches thrown. It had to be separated, obviously. It got uglier than we wanted it to get. Make no mistake about it. I don't exactly like to see stuff like that, especially 2 key players get ejected. But I think it was the right decision by the officials.
For sure.
And listen, it happens, especially when you're playing at a high level. It doesn't get more intense than the World Tour Final. Nah. There's a $60,000 grand prize on the line, and there are bragging rights. You're playing for what you represent across the front of your chest and what you represent across the back of your chest. That's your country. That's your last name. These guys ain't playing.
Nah, they're not. They're coming out here to win, and it's good to see. It's good to see them bringing all the energy and fire that they need. Here to see the highlights. Dr. Strange coming through with a bunch of dunks too. And again, that man's got some long arms, man. It's good to see him out there as the #1 player in the world, picking up his team after one of their players gets ejected and just brings it home.
He's got the long arms. Kareem Maddox had the long range in this one. The birthday boy, man, he got nothing to hang his head about. He plays some good ball. Unfortunately for Princeton, they just come up a little bit short. Ooh, stay true to that #1 spot. They get the first win of the tournament. We're going to step aside for a quick bit and give you a look at the all-time buzzer beaters of 2022. We'll give you a look at Abu Dhabi, the beautiful city it is, and the Abu Dhabi sports clip. That's a mystery clip. I guess we're all going to find out about that one. Check it out. Majstorovic going for 2. There is your Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater. Unbelievable. Mr. String Music with an incredible 2-point strike, and it's the maestro that puts him to bed. Unreal. Incredible game, and it ends quickly in overtime. Pretty move. We got a tie game. 19 apiece, 40 seconds to go. It is Mark tell you, game time. This place is going crazy. Montoya, in true star form, he's shining in the biggest moment for Cebu troops.
Next score wins. Vervoort has not had the shot in this game. He's going to give it up to DeVault. Back to Vervoort. This time he steps into it. All net, all wet. A Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater, courtesy of Must See TV.
Under 10 seconds to go. Uzi left his feet down to Belavicius. Belavicius with the baby hook. And that was thrown away. Shake Gubale will come out of this with a 1-point win over Washington, D.C. Belavicius with the go-ahead score.
Next score wins. Martinez with the step of the maestro. And they stop the 14-game win streak. Game 1 here in Lausanne. The Swiss with a sweet win over Oob. A big one here in Pool A. Partizan would rather have the ball. He fell asleep. He fell asleep. Talk from the corner. We got an even game. 19 apiece. This would win it though, and that's it. Ball game. Belgrade Partizan will win it despite an incredible comeback from Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy. Shimonis, the pull-up, long range, heat cold game. Your Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater, courtesy of Zigimantas Shimonis. Here it is, your Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater. Shimon says, let's go home. Ball game. I'll be sticking my chest out too. So Mariampolè need to get a good look at two. They do, and it counts. We got a tie game. 20-20, 5 seconds to play. Miroslav Pajsilic for the win. He's done it again. 22-20, a Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater, courtesy of Miroslav Pajsilic. Cole with the board now. He's going to stay in bounds. Operating from the logo. He did the electric slide, and they're going to slide into the win column. 21-20 with the Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater. Oh, tough collision. They're going to leave Vervoort again. He takes a deep breath, and he knocks down the deep two. Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater. Must See TV. Don't you dare turn the channel. Just over a minute to go. Knotted at 20 apiece. Coit, you can tell he thought about it instead. He slices to the cup, and he finishes things up. That is your Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater, courtesy of the sniper. Ushupis empties the clip, and that is your kill shot. R.I.P. Mongolians. Your Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater in OT, none other than the Uzi. Marius Ushupis winning it for Shake Gubale. 18 apiece. Marco Savage setting the table, and this meal is finished. Your Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater finished with a shorty. Gyanbo Zhu. The dude was everywhere in this game. The veteran Savage gets him the win in overtime. And so get it to Dylan Travis, back to Trey Landsman. Landsman lands it from the plains of Nebraska. Game time. There's your Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater from Trey Landsman. What a shot. I think it's either him or Emirate. Sagela with defense all over it, doesn't matter. Maurice Lacroix buzzer beater for front Sagela. And he's like the Jackson 5. Just call his name. He'll be there. Game time, Paris in overtime as they stun Amsterdam. Here
All right. Welcome back. It is time for game number 2. Kyle Montgomery, at 3x3 The Voice in your ear. With Big Boz Rosendahl, the Mountain. We're holding it down. Did y'all see game 1? Woo!
I'm still sweating a little bit, and it's not because it's warm out here.
It is. Beautiful weather, though. Nice breeze.
Oh, yeah.
Right off the Persian Gulf here. Incredible venue here at Etihad Stadium. It's about to go down. We're coming at you from Yas Island here in Abu Dhabi. We just saw a Serbian team outlast an American team to start the day. A 3-point win for Ub. Now your number 2 seeded Liman and defending champs are back. A star-studded squad indeed. With former Debrecen Masters MVP, the Hitman, Miroslav Pajcilic, Alexander Clamps Ratko, the Manimal, Mihailo Vasic, and Slimmy Otto, Stefan Kojic, looking to defend their 2021 crown. Last year, they didn't win a Masters before winning the World Tour Final. This year, they got 1 title.
Number 4,
And they'll begin that campaign right here, right now. Omaha 3-ball. This is an interesting team coming out of the United States representing Nebraska. These dudes almost missed their flight because there was so much snow on the ground.
It's in Nebraska.
That's right.
Coming in with that Midwest accent,
Omaha,
Darcy.
Nebraska. home on the range.
Corn country.
With the deer on the end to play. All right, that's enough. This team is taking big steps forward this year. Malik Halucha-Wecki, the real deal, Dylan Travis, Mitchell Hahn, and the Trash Man. They round out that 4.
They came out of nowhere this year. I'll tell you what, Omaha has been around for a couple of years now, and they never really got the last push to get over the hump to get into the World Tours. And all of a sudden, I saw them this summer in our 3x3 Unites Pro League for sure. They came in and dominated the tournament. And I'll tell you what, they only played with 3 guys back then.
They're kind of they're a uniquely constructed team. When you look at Clay Rowe, we call him the Trash Man, but he's got a huge impact on their success. This dude, he will battle you tooth and nail. Every rebound, knocks down some shots. They have the dynamic Malik Halucha-Wecki. He's an absolute menace when he puts the ball on the court and drives the paint. Dylan Travis is an outstanding shooter. Mitchell Hahn, he can light it up from long range. This team has really taken strides this year. But this is Liman.
This is Liman,
and they have been one of the most consistent teams on the World Tour in the last 6 years. Malik Halucha-Wecki, he knows that. He's been in in the lab studying. Oh wow, he
coming in with the buddies.
He brought some extra bounce. Apparently,
I got that trivia question for you right now. I got you.
Okay.
So,
what you got?
Who do you think out of these 8 players is the second leading rebounder in the tournament?
Out of these 8 players, who's the second leading rebounder in the tournament?
Yep.
Oh, that's got to be Mihailo Vasic.
That is not.
What?
It's Dylan Travis.
Stop it.
Dylan Travis is averaging 5.2 rebounds a game.
Okay. A small sample size.
Small sample size, but he's not that tall.
But it remains true. That's a good one. Man, you dropping some gems, boss.
I'm trying. Can you think of who the number 1 rebounder would be out of all these 12 teams? Player?
Well, Mihailo Vasic has been a perennial top 3 rebounder in the league for years now, so I thought it would be him. What I know, I'm just the voice of the X.
That's okay. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the stats.
All right, 3-ball Omaha and Liman going toe-to-toe. Who will be game 1? Halucha-Wecki will drive and kick it. He has it poked away. But I was mentioning the big steps forward that 3-ball Omaha has taken this year. They made the semifinals in 2 of their last 3 Masters. Saw them make a deep run in Montreal. And this team has really shown flashes of being a squad that can maybe shock some people. The Hitman doesn't hit that. All iron, rebound underneath. Alexander Ratko. You want to talk about underrated players in 3x3. He's an Olympic medalist. He's a European champion. He's one of the most decorated Serbian players in the game. And I just want to show him love, man. It's the defensive players that don't really get the spotlight, man.
He's the guy that everybody wants on their team. He has a non-stop motor, keeps going, gets every rebound, and gets his hand on every single loose ball.
That's a fact. Meantime, nobody got a hand up on Paishalich, and they didn't have to. Halujiweki, he was swinging. The real deal. Big Red was about to pull it, but he decided against it.
I'll tell you what, Paishalich to me is, I think, the key factor to Liman winning anything here. Like, if they want to make a deep run, he has to connect on his two-point shots. He's making 22% on the season, which is low for him. If he hits his stride this tournament, they're a very tough team to beat.
Yeah, Paishalich, he wasn't a part of Liman's title last season. He was hooping with Oud back then. But he has been a welcome addition to this Liman team, and one of the biggest offseason stories heading into this year. Brings a lot. Obviously, he's a Masters MVP from Debrecen last year. Also MVP of the Europe Cup 2021 as well. So he's going to get a rest while Stefan Kojic will attack Halujiweki. And Halujiweki volunteers himself. He said, yeah, you got me. Yeah, you got me. Omaha 3-ball, your 10 seed here in the tournament. 4 Masters this year. They had a run in Riyadh. Well, they finished, no, that's not right. Scratch that. We can edit live. No, we can't.
I'll tell you what, though, this team is, they, like you said, uniquely constructed. They use Halujiweki as a screener, which is something you don't really see with shorter players screening on ball. I'm curious to see how they do with this tournament, especially because they're missing 2 of their, main ball handlers, especially Trey Bardsley. One of the best shooters that I think 3-ball has, but he's not here today.
Kojic misses. Oh, and what I was saying was actually true. Not only did they make a deep run to the semis in Montreal, they made another run to the semifinals in Riyadh. 3rd place finish for Omaha 3-ball. Their other tournaments, 7th place in Cebu and 13th in Prague. So those are the 4 times we've seen this team this year.
Oh, and Halujiweki got away with one there. You see? Hit him right in the face.
Yeah. And yeah,
might have been inadvertent, but Kojic is down.
Yeah, I think that certainly was inadvertent. I don't think that he would intentionally swing an elbow. But Kojic is certainly taking his time to get up, so he's hurt.
Let's hope he's okay.
So, man, if the first 2 games are any indicator of what day 1 is going to look like, this is like a UFC brawl.
I'll make a comparison that from back when I played. This is like playing 3x3 in a country you've never been to, against teams you've never played against. You remember? So I used to travel all over the world with this sport, and I've been to some countries that I played some tournaments in that were more like wrestling than they were like 3x3.
Oh, yeah.
This is not the Pro Tour, mind you. This is the Quest, and this is the satellites, where you play locally against some local butchers and bakers. And they come out, and they're usually strong guys. You know, the guys at the Y that are strong and big?
I don't even think referees have whistles at their satellites.
No. I had to explain to some referees what to call and what not to call.
You got to call your own fouls at the satellites.
Yeah. I used to try that in the Pro Tour as well, but it didn't work.
I'm just joking. I don't want to get in trouble. The satellites and the challengers are well done, and I mean that. But the game has certainly evolved since 2015, 2013.
Yes, for sure. For sure.
It's different now, okay?
It's more fluid, though. I like that. I was talking to the referees earlier today walking up here, and they agreed with me. They were like, the way we call the games now, the game is more fluid, more stuff happens. And, that went, kind of against what I wanted to do on the court. I wanted to, and you mentioned it in a podcast we did a while back. Mm-hmm. It kind of went against what I want to do on the court, like bang down low, make some hook shots, hit some people with a turnaround maybe, and then not guard too many 2-point shots. But man, I like how this game has evolved. I'm very happy with the direction the game's going. Even though we've had 2 very physical games to start with, they've been very entertaining.
Yes, without a doubt. I have been thoroughly entertained. And we just scratching the surface. We're, what is it, only 2 minutes into this one? We're 12 minutes into a marathon of 10-minute sprints.
We'll see. They took Kojic off the court.
Yeah,
so I'm not sure where they brought him. Let's hope he returns.
Yeah, he's going to get some attention from the medical staff, and that is upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul, which will send Mihailo Vasic to the free throw line to shoot 2. And Vasic is going to splash the first of 2. Liman, again, your defending champs, second in the tour standings after 8 appearances this year. 1 title in Utrecht, 3 semifinal finishes. Also coming off a day 1 exit in Hong Kong. Here's some trivia for you. It's the first time that Liman, since they've been a team in 3x3, that they've ever lost both games day 1 and not advanced to day 2.
That's great. They've been around for a while.
Yeah, it's 2016, so 6 years. So that, it depends on how you look at it. That's kind of motivation coming into this tournament. They dang sure are not going to let themselves lose day 1. I mean, that's got to be the mentality. Meantime, he just shot that man. Dylan Travis pulled out the strap and evens things up 2 apiece. Vasquez, he misses. High rebound to Big Red. Big Red will clear it left. Halujiweki, like a blur, taking the pill. And he's bumped by Paishilic. A solid season overall for Liman. They dominate the Challenger circuit, 20-7 overall record in the Challengers this year. But only 1 Masters title. Meantime, the real deal. He's feeling it like a masseuse.
I'll tell you what, everybody can beat everybody if you're shooting like that.
Oh, look at this. He elevates, take the contact. And that man is a gun. Shooting like sundown. 4-2, Omaha.
It's the free throw as well. And they're going to need all of his buckets if they want to make this a tough game for Liman.
Yeah, Omaha 3 ball. So, first 2 games, we've seen Serbian teams pitted against American teams. We've seen the American team jump out to early leads, although slim leads. It's another 5-2 game. Except this time it's Omaha 3 ball up on Liman. Same scores in that Princeton initial contest. And the fouls have added up quicker than the points. That's another thing that we got to keep an eye on in this one. Liman have 1 more to give. Omaha 3 ball have 2 to give.
I'll tell you what, that's Liman's tactic, though. I was looking up stuff earlier, and Liman, they foul quickly at the start to prevent you from scoring, and then they kind of ease up after a while. And I was looking against that. They were first in fouls against their team per game. So the tactic obviously is paying off. They're getting fouled almost 8 times a game.
That's another good stat.
Man, I've been in the books. I'll tell you that.
I've been in the lab, y'all. Meantime, Kojic is back. Slimiano is back, and he's going to go up to the free throw line and shoot a couple. Kojic has been one of the most explosive scorers on the tour this year, as he's averaged, let's see, just above 7 points per, just under 8 points per game, 7.8 points per game. Kojic at the line. Oh, he's gonna miss that one. Two-point lead, Omaha 3 ball. Trying to pull off a shocker here in Pool B. Dylan Travis is shooting like the record button.
That is ridiculous. That's a fall away off the wrong leg. Like, that's, you don't hit those.
Hey, listen, Dylan Travis is a problem.
Yeah, he's showing out right now.
I saw him do this in Riyadh. He had a stretch where he was cooking. He was burning everything.
I'll tell you what, that's some confidence coming in here, you know, playing against the last year's champions and coming in with shots like this. Look at that. Fall away, off the wrong leg. That's nuts, man.
Off balance, on target. That's what he can do. The real deal. Dylan Travis has Omaha 3-ball up 7-4. You know, they got this persona being, you know, they representing Omaha, Nebraska. It's a quiet confidence about this team. They don't talk a whole lot, but these dudes come to play.
I believe you. I've never been to Omaha, Nebraska. I'll tell you that. Have you been?
Of course, I'm from Kansas, so I've been to Omaha. Yeah, I went in on a covered wagon. I had 2 horses. One of them was named Cindy, and another one's name was George. I had some hay in the back. No, wait, I'm just playing. Oh, real deal, Dylan Travis. He putting on a show like lights, camera, action.
Keeps it going, too. And Liman just having trouble finding a bucket right now.
8-4. Dylan Travis is a man on fire. We're going to call him Creasy Bear in a minute. That's a bar. That's a bar, boys. That's a bar. You got to get up on your Denzel Washington movies, bro.
Oh, you caught me with that one. I didn't expect that coming out. Oh, not again.
Is he? Okay. He don't miss much, but he just missed. Racco drops it off. Vasquez. 3 in the key. He was camped out.
Yeah, good pass by Rakov, and Bosic should have stepped out for a second there.
Dylan Travis, he averages 7 points a game. He swings it to Haluja Wedding.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Omaha 3-ball coming in with the least 2 points percentage out of all the teams here, but they're on fire right now.
Yes, a shock. Well, not that they're up, but they're knocking it down at a consistent rate. Oh, we got a birdie and a bucket. Oh, look at Big Red. He got the green light straight to the rack. 11-5. Omaha 3-ball is all over Liman right now.
I didn't know Han had bounced like that.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they call him Big Mitch. Larry Hoover. He's doing work.
Oh, really? Rick Ross references, huh?
Slimmy Auto. Misfires. Vasquez with the big board underneath. Yeah, Mitch windmilled in the warm-ups. Now he's handling the rock. You know, interestingly enough, I walked to the venue today from the hotel with Mitch.
Okay.
And we just had a nice chat. He was telling me about how their plane was delayed, and had they missed the plane, that they weren't even going to be able to play today.
He said it was snowy out there.
Yes. So I got the whole rundown on their trip here. And
didn't they just arrive like this morning because of that?
yes. Well, and they got a light practice in this morning.
I'll tell you what, coming fresh off the plane due to a delay, having to play games right away, that's very tough. I'm still tired from my flight 2 days ago, and it's not a 12-hour flight.
Yeah, me too. Jet lag is a real thing. 12-6. Omaha 3-ball are the real deal right now. By Shilich, the hitman couldn't hit it. Oh, he better be careful. And it looks like the trash man just called for a foul, and he's going to have a conversation. Take another look.
He shoved him a little bit there.
Yeah, I'd say a little bit.
I'm going to go ahead and say that he does that more often than we
Trash
see it.
man feels like that call was rubbish. All right. You know what? I'm gonna stop now because it's going too far.
Okay.
Thanks for the charity laugh. I appreciate that.
No, that wasn't a charity laugh. Again, you caught me off guard with that one. I gotta drink a cup of coffee and try to keep my cool face on.
Alujiweki will get it up top. Dylan Travis. Oh, nice look. Oh, he's a visionary. Oh, Alujiweki flexing on him.
Yeah, Yeah, Liman's all out of sorts right now. They're fouling more often than we'd like them to, or than they'd like to, for sure. And they got 7 fouls now. That's something they really never reached. 2 free throws coming up for Omaha to put the game not out of reach for sure, but up a lot.
Ujiweki, he missed an opportunity there at the line. But Omaha 3-ball, they have come out of the cannon ablaze. And they lead it now 14-7. There's Kojic. Good move, but the Wilson is loose. He finds his way home to Ratko. He'll give it up to Vasic. Vasic to Kojic. Kojic thought about it, puts it up. Return to sender. Wrong postage. Dylan Travis. Not that time. Little heat check for him. Travis now. Navigating through traffic. Oh, Big Red. He took his eyes off of it for a moment.
He was already hanging on the rim before he caught that ball. I'll tell you what, he was ready to dunk that.
Yeah, he was ready to get up to get down. But he left something important.
Hey, he left the door open for Liman, I'll tell you what.
Well,
4 minutes, 30 seconds to go, and they're down 7 points. Don't count them out, though. I'll tell you what, they got some of the best players in the game on that squad.
Listen, Liman is the second most successful 3x3 franchise in the history of the game. They won the second most Masters all time outside of Novi Sad. They are the defending World Tour Final champs. Don't get it twisted. This team is not going to be going away quietly. But again, it speaks to the parity in a World Tour Final where you have the 12 best teams out of over 70 teams that play 3x3 on the pro level. These are the 12 best.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody can win it.
Anybody can win it. In a regular World Tour, sometimes you have teams coming out of the qualifier that they're getting their feet wet in 3x3, right? They just starting out.
Yep, Kojic gets wet from beyond the 2-point arc. He's going to get Omaha 3-ball's lead down to 5. 4:15 to go in this one. Kyle Montgomery, Boz Rosendahl in your ear. Omaha 3-ball on the attack. Ujiweki doing his dance. Oh, got his pocket picked. And Paisalic is going to give the stolen goods down to Vasic. Oh, Ratko, he missed everything.
Ratkov usually, I don't know, he's not known for it, but he hits them at 2-point shots at a pretty high clip. I'll tell you what, he's hitting like 41% of his twos this year.
Man, Dylan Travis is everywhere like KFC.
Told you.
And there you go, there's Ratko. He does hit it. Dylan Travis. Somebody stop that man.
Yo, Dylan Travis taking over with a shot creation right now. That is just, here's the key again. Boston's camping out down there. But like I was saying, Dylan Travis is taking over with his shot making ability right now. Hitting some ridiculous fallaways.
Dylan Travis, he's got the rock again. Dylan Travis, you better approach with caution. Whew. He misses that one. 17-11.
Clay Rowe, fresh off the bench, commits a foul.
Well, sometimes you need a guy that can come in and just be physical. If you don't get yourself in foul trouble, well, never mind. That was foul number 8. So.
That was
my point is negated.
An unfortunate foul. I'll tell you what, though. I was talking to the guys from Team Amsterdam yesterday, and they were talking about Clay Rowe, and they were like, "Look, that's one of the guys that you really don't want to play against, man. He's strong, he's very physical, and he cleans up a lot of the mess that Omaha leaves on defense because they have some smaller players." So they said, one of the guys actually jokingly said, "Why is he here?" And like 4 other guys jumped him and said, "Man, that's one of the better players in their squad. He's here with a reason." He has a very well-defined role in that team, and it's exactly what they need.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Yeah. He looks like that neighbor that's always barbecuing with no shoes on.
It looks like he knows how to mow a lawn.
Yes, but he can also give you a bucket, believe it. Downtime. Oh, precision set up. Ujiweki to Travis. Travis is balling on Galaxy Opal. 18-12, Vasquez delivers in the post office. Ujiweki has it clear. Under 3 minutes to play. Dylan Travis. He's a bucket getter. And he's got another one. That one drips in. But Dylan Travis is having a scoring tantrum in this game. Can't nobody put him in timeout. Halujiweki, round the corner, up fake. Halujiweki, big red, the kill shot. 21-13, Omaha 3-ball. Nebraska stand up one time. They are in the building here in Abu Dhabi with an 8-point win over defending champs. They call him Big Mitch. He pulls a big trigger from long range. Get that out the bottom of the net. Ball game.
That's an upset if I ever seen one. That's unexpected, as Clay Rowe talks it over with the refs afterward. That's very unexpected. Dylan Travis coming out on fire and bringing all the energy Omaha needed. My God, he was making shots that I didn't even know existed.
What I'm saying, and what an individual performance from Dylan Travis, but that was a group effort. This team is focused, man. Omaha 3-ball. What?
Yeah. I might have to go to Nebraska now. Tell you what, if they keep winning, I might have to.
That was impressive. Because Liman obviously are no slouches. They are decorated. They have a couple of Olympians on their team, European champs, world champs, and Vasic. And it don't matter. You don't win the game with accolades. You don't win it on the lines. You win it between the lines. And the better team was Omaha 3-ball. Look at Big Mitch.
Mitch with the hops.
Testing the rim pressure. And then Travis was drawing so much attention with his shooting ability. He really opened up the floor for his teammates and allowed them to get some easy buckets.
Yeah, especially off of screens from Han, as well as Lujiweki. You know, he look at, here we go again, screen. They have to watch out for what the screen does, and he shoots over top of it. Smart play by Dylan Travis. Mid-range pull-up as well. He was showing out from everywhere on the court.
This was the Dylan Travis show for most of this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, after that early injury, Kojic was kind of missing in action in that game, so I'm expecting him to come back in a big way in game 2.
Yeah, he got rattled. I mean, he took elbow is never fun. You know that, Big Boss.
Oh, yeah. Although, I'll say this nicely, I was most of the time not on the receiving end of those.
See? Yeah, that's why I'm not going to play against you in the post.
All right.
I can't survive with those elbows. I'm telling you.
We need you on camera. Like, we need you on video, so that's...
Boss, I got a little head. They call it a tennis ball head. I can't withstand that.
All right. So we'll postpone that game.
All right, y'all. We're still going here in Abu Dhabi from Yas Island. This is the 2022 FIBA 3x3 World Tour Final. Kyle Montgomery, Boz Rosendahl, rocking with you as we head into our third game of the day. Pool C action. Antwerp and Lausanne Sport on deck. Antwerp are going to come out first. That's the menace, Dennis Donker. New addition to this Antwerp team this year. And I think a great addition. He's joined by the Vault, Brian DeValk. That is Clark Kent, Nick Sellis. And you know him. He's very camera friendly. That is must-see TV. And celebrating a birthday today. He's the ripe age of 25.
Did he bring cookies?
You know,
I need some cookies.
We should give him some stroke waffles.
You know I brought those.
So to Bo Burford, happy birthday to Must See TV. He's been an emerging star in 3x3 the past couple of years. And he will take over the show at will. We'll see if he does it in this 10-minute sprint. He's going to have to do it against Lausanne Sport. Swiss stand up. Lausanne Sport, the lucky 12 seed. The team that secured the final spot in the World Tour Final here, 173 points to qualify. 4 events for Lausanne Sport this year. And they can thank their run to the final in Lausanne. And as the reason why they got here, they got one trip to the quarterfinals outside of their run to the final in their own backyard. And we haven't seen this team since Cebu in October. We're going to see what they bring right here, right now. King West, Wes Montani, Carlos Martinez, Gilles Martin. I'm going to call Gilles G-Force. He's so fast.
Oh.
And Badera Top. Congratulations to Badera Top and his new bride, by the way. He was recently married.
Oh, congratulations.
So he has been busy in between tournaments, and certainly wishing the best of luck to him and his new wife and their future. That was lovely thing to see.
Hey, you know what makes Gilles so fast, though?
What's that?
Look at his feet. What's he got on?
Oh, yeah. He's a mean one.
He's got on the Venoms.
Oh, you know I got those, right?
I saw you in them yesterday.
Yeah.
That's why I mentioned it.
Shout out to my guy Andre.
Yes.
He hooked me up with those. Yeah, I had to get the vintage Kobe's, the Grinches. They'll get it warmed up.
Hey, let me finish the trivia I started earlier.
Okay, what was that?
Who do you think the leading rebounder in the field is? He's playing right now. I'll tell you what. He's gonna play here.
Okay, in the field for the season or
No, for today. Like these 12 teams. Who's the leading rebounder per game?
Per game leading rebounder. Let's see. You got Davasambu. No, the leading rebounder is a guard. Is that? Give me some hints.
He's playing right now. He's gonna play in this game. I should narrow it down for you.
No, don't narrow it down. It's King West.
It is King West.
Yes.
At 5.7 rebounds per game. First in the field. Small sample size, like you said, but still.
West Pontini. See, is this going to become the voice trivia day?
It might. I might have prepared myself a little bit for this.
See, there's some notes that I write down and some that I don't. I didn't delve deep into the rebounds. I think that's for a big. I'm looking at the points and the key assists and the highlights.
I'm looking at the post-ups and the rebounds. I'm curious to see though. So look, Lausanne Sport, you know, they always play well at home. And I think their newest addition, Carlos Martinez, has been very good for them. I wonder, though, in the lineup they brought today, without Marco Liman, whether they have, you know, the right setup to have him succeed.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
You know, they went with the size, and they are. But the thing is, I was talking to Carlos Martinez just a while ago, and you know, we were talking about what he brings in terms of his ability to shoot. So Liman is a certified shooter, but he can shoot it out there as well. So we'll see. And he brings that size that they need at 6'8". The menace to Clark Kent, faded. Oh no, missed it. Left. King West snags one of those things you like.
Rebound.
There we go. Starts the game for Lausanne Sport. Sponsored by Maurice Lacroix. Our official timekeeper, by the way. King West will kick it out. Martinez. Oh. So small misfire, just slightly out target. Bavort, the birthday boy, he will not get continuation as that foul is called on the floor.
It's a smart foul. He was going to have a clear layup. You foul him, and you keep him from scoring points. And you can use those fouls as a resource, right? You use all 6 of them at the start, then you know you kind of try to keep a team from scoring any points at the start. You try to score yourself. It's one of the strategies we've seen Liman really apply in the past.
Oh, Bavort pulls up and hits the midi, and then he gets the thievery. He's got the cookie in hand over to the menace, Dennis Donker. He's going to clear some space for Bavort. Bavort nicked the front of the iron. He's got it back, swings it quickly to Donker. Dennis, that's quick on quick. And he misses that one. But I like the matchup, the look of the matchup between Donker and Gilles Martin. I think Gilles Martin is the fastest player in 3x3, maybe ever.
I was about to say, who do you think would win the foot race?
Oh man, I think I got to give it to Gilles. As fast as Dennis is, Gilles is a blunt. And then they'll pull up on you like that, but they'll hit it more times than not. That was a bad miss.
Yeah.
Sellis. Oh, faker. He was just pretending.
It's another smart foul. But that's the thing with this Lausanne team, right? So at home, they are known to shoot the rock very well. Gilles hits a high percentage of 2s, Liman, as well as Western Montaigne. Now, away from Lausanne, they haven't been known to hit too many 2s. So I think that's the key to the game for them. Like, can they get their shot to go? Can they, you know, get hot from outside the 2-point arc?
Yeah, you know what's funny is because, Lausanne Sport, they play totally different it's just been a trend over the years. When they play in Switzerland, in Lausanne, they are a different squad. They made a run to the final in 2017. They made a run to the final this year.
Yep. Every year. And so when you go there, you prepare for games, right? As a team, you kind of know to prepare differently for this Lausanne squad than you would during a tournament away from Lausanne, which is very odd. You never see that.
Well, here they are. They haven't scored yet. Antwerp with a 2-0 lead. As the vault is going to work on Badera top. He's going to drop it out. Voort. Voort is fouled on the 2 attempt. And not a great foul there.
I think that's what King West is trying to tell Martinez. Not a great foul, buddy.
Well, you want to close out on him, but you have to do it smartly. Got to give the shooter an opportunity, enough space to at least come down. We don't want to see any sprained ankles or anything like that. And Must See TV is automatic from the free throw line, as he's able to splash that one. Well, Voort got a big bonus at the end of the regular season, by the way, as he led in player value when you combine our challengers and the World Tour.
All right.
His numbers were even better than Strahinja's.
That's tough.
Martinez all oxygen that time. So Lausanne with a little bit of a shaky start.
Yeah, as I said, they need to put points on the board, and I hope they can find the bottom of the net here. They're going to need all of Gilles Martin to do that, I think.
Midi was off the mark. Donker. They'll set up defensively here in front of Gilles Martin. G-Force. Martinez driving strong. Martinez, missed the left, but he's fouled en route. He's going to step up to the free throw line. We just got done playing some 3x3 recently. I forget which country. I want to say Brazil. Martinez, but he got a nice little warm-up before this tournament. I guess he's still a little bit cold because he missed the free throw line.
He went to Brazil to play?
I think so.
Now you're coming in with facts that I don't even know about, man.
Don't hold me to it, but I was walking fast when he told me that. I was rushing back from the trip to the men's room. Oh, Martin. Oh, almost got his pepper pick. Quick hands.
I know Martinez has been all over the globe trying to play, right? So now he plays for Lausanne. I know he's been in the Indian League, the 3BL League, I think.
Okay.
He's played there. That's what I know. And I know he used to play for O'Neill from Spain.
Oh, dime delivery. 6-0 Antwerp. Giving it to him. Montigny to bad top. He finishes shy in front of the rim as Celis will set up the vault. The vault quickly over to Voort. Voort pulls the trigger, and he's fouled yet again behind the 2-point arc. He's going to shoot a couple after TV timeout as we're under 7 minutes to play. First break in the action. You're looking at Antwerp and Lausanne Sport, your 3 seed versus the 12 seed. Antwerp earned the 3 seed in the standings with 460 tour points. They played in 8 events this year. Of course, they won their first ever title in Debrecen. And that stopped Oob's run. Remember, Oob had won 4 straight events all the way up until then. And this Antwerp team had made the semifinals 4 times. Only failed to reach day 2 once. And that was in Manila. So you're looking at a team that should be coming in pretty confident. Beat the top-ranked team, Oob, in the quarters 2 weeks ago in Hong Kong. And losing just narrowly to the Hong Kong champ, Shaki Gubale, in the semifinals.
Yeah, and Antwerp's a team that has 2 faces to me. Sometimes they're really clicking, really on fire, and they play together very well. And then we've seen them in tournaments on day 1, losing unnecessary games, not being focused on day 1. I think it's safe to say they've come out focused right now.
Donker knocks down the mid-range, and it's 7-0 skunk. There's Gilles Martin. He got the right flavor on the scoop as Lausanne Sport finally get on the board. They needed that. They needed to stop the bleeding. In terms of the head-to-head between these two teams, they played 3 times and split 3, dating back to 2021. They played twice here in 2022, and they split those games. Dennis the Menace.
That's me.
All cloth.
That's why they brought him. That's a mean step back right there.
Yeah, he's a problem. I think he's proven himself worthy of a spot on this team. Not just the offense, it's the defense as well. There's Dennis. Okay, smart, and he's smart too. Mid-range, counted. Dennis the Menace is having a fit. Didn't get a hand up on bad arrow top. That's going to cost him 2.
I think the choice for Dennis in this case is a choice for offense, right? If you have Augustini with you, you know the defense is going to be shored up. He's tall. He can catch some lobs. He can also shoot a little bit.
Yep.
Donkor, though, is a very dynamic offensive player. And if you're going all in for that big W right here, for that World Tour Finals Masters win, you got to bring the offense.
He's like lightning in the bottle, man. I mean, he is sinking everywhere. He just caught a body tonight.
Speaking of lightning, jeez.
He's got another notch under his belt. Vort kicks it out. Oh, DeVault couldn't hit it. So you don't see King West get yammed on. He couldn't get there quick enough, and now he's going to be on his Instagram page.
That's why I thought Vort was one of the leaders in dunks. He always gets that one backdoor dunk a game.
Oh, that pass had too much sauce on it. Gilles was trying to get it to top, and it was just a little bit out of reach. Oh, Vort again, one-handed poke this time.
That guy can dunk.
He's getting plenty of iron in his diet. To vote for Vort is cuffing season.
Yeah, he came in with the almost southpaw, like he kind of brought it back there, but
a little bit.
Maybe southpaw.
Gilles, they get it up. Nice passing. Sets up the score for Martinez underneath. Oh, Gilles is down. And an offensive foul is called on DeVault.
And you see what Antwerp's trying to do right there. They're trying to go at Gilles every time they can. He is a vertically challenged man. Let me be clear about that. And I think they're trying to get DeVault and Silas going against him.
I want to see a picture of you standing next to Gilles Martin.
That would be 3x3's version of Manute Bol and Muggsy Bogues.
I think you could hide Gilles in one pant leg.
Yeah, might be able to, yeah.
11-4, 7-point difference. As we're looking at maybe another blowout. As we saw an 8-point win for Omaha 3-ball. Dennis couldn't splash that one from deep. Martinez, he'll clear it himself. Vort in hot pursuit, gets a hand on the cookie. King West, back to the bucket. Oh, a delivery to Martinez is broken up.
That was a nifty pass, too, over his shoulder. It's unfortunate that Martinez couldn't catch it.
Yeah, right on target. Yeah, well, Vort with the quick hands. Past the midway point in this one. It has been all Antwerp. They started off this game 7-0. And they've gone 4-4 since then. That's easy money right there for the largest sellers who want to work on Monton. Here comes Gilles. Yep. No choice but to foul there. Quick jab step, and he's out of there.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't have fouled there. Gilles going to get a one-pointer, and now you give up 2 free throws. So I would have left that one.
Yeah, and you know, that's a part of understanding the nuances of 3x3. Sometimes it's better to give up that layup and then start your transition offense and set up for an open 2 rather than to defend the guy that you know that you beat. Just little things like that.
Just little things. There you go. Let's see if Gilles can capitalize on this foul. It's the first.
First of 2. Money in the bank.
DeValk taking his time there. That's why he's one of the season's leaders in 1-point field goal percentage. Another one of those stats I pulled out of the bag. There you go.
That's where he makes his money.
Almost 78% from the floor on 1-point shots in the World Tour this year. Crazy, crazy stat.
High percentage shots.
Layups will get you there, for sure. Layups will for sure get you there.
Shout out to our media team. I'm seeing Vincent Royer, Noah Lazarus, DJ Laz, and Sausan Saad. They're keeping the energy up. Here again, the Yas Island is going down.
West with the step back, trying to go at Doncor. I would have tried to post him up because West is a lot bigger and a lot stronger than Doncor, but you know, they need some points though.
And you bail him out because Donker's a good perimeter defender. Step back. That shot was capped as Martin, he checks down to Wilson. Martin, he's quicker than a mouse sneeze. 13-7.
Oh, and he gets called for a technical too. They already had a delay of game warning. Look at this.
Oh, yeah, well, and he fouled too. Yep, can't defend in the semicircle.
Nope.
So a technical is assessed. As Vervoort will knock that in. Possession back to Antwerp as well, by virtue of the technical. Sellis. Oh, Donker's down. He got tripped up. Oh, and that's another foul. I think Gilles got called for that one.
That should be 2 free throws.
And Gilles having a conversation with Dennis. I don't think he's buying whatever Dennis is saying. So Donker at the line. Dennis. That's good.
You know who Dennis's game really reminds me of?
Who?
Jesse Bourne.
You know, Bourne, a little bit better shooter from long range.
For sure.
I agree. I agree.
He has that same quick twitch though. I'll say that.
The Bourne identity. Oh, the hook shot goes up. It does not go down. And now Montigny and DeValk, they're having a conversation. And DeValk's a nice guy. He just wants to shake hands and, you know, make nice of it.
Yeah, converse a bit more. Maybe distract him from that free throw. Come on, as a player, you use this type of stuff. He's a nice fella, I'll tell you that, for sure. He's a very nice guy, but having that little chat before the free throw takes your mind off the free throw.
Only the best do it. Oh, look at that. DeValk with the hustle. And I think, did he throw that off of West? Let's take a look. We'll get a closer look at this. DeValk with the hustle. Oh no, he got a foul.
Oh, he got fouled.
Yeah, he got the foul call.
That's 2 free throws again. And again, it's continuing the trend that we see today, which is a lot of physicality.
It has been extremely physical from game 1 to, I guess it's now game 3.
Actually, it's going so fast, it feels like it's game 7 already.
Really? I'm like, what? Yeah, we're only in pool C.
Yeah.
Anyway, DeValk. In an 8-point game, he cannot knock down the second, but we got it.
Oh, Gilles was too fast.
Yeah.
He ran in. You can't cross that line until the ball hits the rim.
Well, that time his speed worked against him.
Yeah. He's trying to get that rebound.
Turbo's a good nickname for Gilles, too.
You're right.
You know, I'm still just throwing them out.
I like G-Force, though. I mean, you came out with the fire and then Turbo.
Okay. Yeah, G-Force is better.
I'll give you some direct feedback here. I like the effort.
We're going to see what the people say at home about that.
Okay.
All
okay.
right.
Let's put it up.
G-Force. He gives the rock up to King West. King West. Ain't nothing changing. Not his nickname or his game. He's going straight to the cup. Oh. That time he got put on the bucket list by DeValk, who scores. There's Gilles. Gilles step back, Too strong. Rebound goes to West. Motini down low. Martinez jump hook way off as the Menace. They give it up to the vault. The Menace making his way around. 2 toes behind the line. It does not tickle the twine. He's going to try again. Dennis this time will give it up to Sellers. Sellers' flotation device ain't working. It's 18-9. And he's not 11-point, a 9-point game. I got to see in that. Just trust your eyes. Meantime, it's Jill missing. The vault spinning. Sellers trying to direct some traffic here over to the vault. I like the cut, G.
That's what Antwerp's so good about. Like, they pass, they cut, they keep moving until you fall asleep, sort of. Now, you'd expect nobody to fall asleep here at the World Tour Finals, but Lausanne did.
All right, back to it we go. A 10-point game. As King West misses it.
Oh, almost tapped that into his own basket.
This game is uglier than Harvey Dent. It's 19-9. Minute 30 to go. As the Menace will get it over to Must See TV. Season 2 of Must See TV. As that one's fed inside and point game. Martinez goes off the glass. But it ain't a matter of if, it's a matter of when. A foul on Vervoort. He gave him a birthday lick. You know how do y'all do that in the Netherlands where if it was your birthday, they hit you how many ever years you're alive?
Yo, that's one of the things I had to get used to when I moved out to the States. I didn't know.
Yes.
And then I got 14, punched like 19 times.
There you go. If you're 14, then you got to take your birthday licks. Yep. That last birthday lick allows Antwerp to give Lausanne a licking. And they kept ticking, 21-10. Runaway for the Belgians. Nice start for them in Group C.
Yeah, also, I'll tell you what, we questioned Lausanne's ability to score at the start of the game, and they really did not score. They went to King West in the post a little bit too late, according to my liking, and they couldn't find the stroke from outside. Gilles wasn't all that fast in the matchup with Donkor. Meanwhile, Antwerp, they kept scoring. They kept moving, and Must See TV just, he's something else.
Yeah, and this time he didn't have to light him up from 2 range. That's normally what we see Vervoort doing. He drew a couple of fouls from beyond the 2-point arc, and he draws so much attention because he's a threat. He beat him on the dribble. We saw a couple of dunks from Vervoort in this one. Of course, Dennis the Menace, he was causing problems. That's how you get a name like Dennis the Menace. Mid-range, long range. He had everything in range. Vervoort going up top. He went to the top floor. That was sweet. See what I did there? Top floor, sweet. Never mind.
That just landed.
Okay.
With me.
They come at you fast. They come at you fast, boss.
I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee after this. I gotta keep up with you, man. That's
top floor, sweet. Yeah. Anyway, a few more looks at the highlights in this one. Unless, of course, you're watching from Lausanne. I got a lot of love for Lausanne. It's top 3 of my favorite cities that I've ever been to. But they got beat down in this one. I got to keep it real.
Yeah, you're right. Same here, actually. The one World Tour Masters I played there was amazing. The city is beautiful. The surrounding lake. We went on a boat.
Yeah.
I had my best mermaid impression of the season out there.
Wait, you was a mermaid?
I was laying on the boat like this.
Oh, see, I don't need that visual. I don't need that visual. You were a merman.
Aqua bus.
Imagine a whale.
No.
I'm talking about not like wide. I'm talking about.
That's all right. That's all right.
Fine.
On to the next one.
On to the next one. All right. We got Riga taking the court first. Your fearsome foursome of Olympic champions. We saw him take gold in Tokyo. We saw him win the World Tour final in 2020. They're trying to win their second World Tour final title in 3 years. Can Batman and company get it done? Batman, Carlos Lasmanis, his partner in crime. One of the biggest shot makers in the game. Norris, the Maze, Miezis, a.k.a. Robin. With Edgar's Crewmans and Agnes Chavars. Crewman's the ultimate warrior. And Chavars is Mr. Do-It-All, the utility man.
I'll tell you what, the return of Lasmanis this year really brought out the best in Riga and also the best in Lasmanis. In the World Tour, he's the first in scoring, 8.8 points per game. And he scores from all levels of the court. He can dunk, he can hit some mid-range shots, even the one-leg fadeaway, and then he's got the two-point shot.
They are 27-1 since Lasmanis made his return this year. Riga is ready, although they're coming off a disappointing outcome in Hong Kong. Expect that to light a fire under them against a very dangerous Utrecht team who come out representing the Netherlands. They got an exciting star on their squad as well, and Worthy de Jong.
I know. We've been waiting for him to come over to 3x3 for years. He finally did. The guy's been playing 3x3 for 3 months, man. I'll tell you what. He's done well. Although I'll say this. Last time they played Riga, you remember what happened?
No, what happened?
They got beat 22-6.
I do remember. I didn't want to mention it.
Come on.
It was in Riyadh.
Yes, it was in Riyadh.
Yeah, it was in Riyadh, and they on day one. It was a forgettable performance for Utrecht, and it was the first time that I saw Worthy de Jong actually shut down.
Yeah.
They held him to I think a single point. He had 5 points coming out of day one.
Yeah, that's for sure something he needs to learn, right? Because he had 2 great tournaments to start off his 3x3 career. But then, you know, teams start to game plan for you. They kind of figure out what you do on the court. And Riga is one of those teams that really puts a lot of effort in that kind of preparation. So they were very well prepared for them.
Norris the Maze, Miezis, 2 MVPs this year, and helping lead Riga to 3 Masters titles in 2022. Worthy de Jong. And you know what, Boz? Rarely I backtrack on a nickname. I said when he touches the ball, he's Showtime. I wanted to call him Showtime. But what do you think about Hype Worthy?
Hype Worthy.
Hype Worthy de Jong.
I like it because we hyped him up for so long.
I'm trying to tell you. You just saw the head-to-head. I mentioned the head-to-head so far between these 2 teams. It's been more competitive than most people think, but barring the last game. Okay.
Let's forget about that.
Or what about this one? Worthy, the one, de Jong.
That's a lofty nickname. The one?
The one. Well, I think he's got the ability to maybe become the face of the game.
I know. Same here.
I think so. We'll see. Anyway, Worthy. Oh, or this one. You like this one? Games Worthy. That's your favorite, boss?
There you go, Games Worthy.
Games Worthy drops it off.
I like that one, too. I'll tell you what, the key to the game, look, I'm impartial, right? You know that. I'm here. I'm not a fan of any team. I'm not rooting for anybody.
You aren't.
But if I was rooting for Utrecht, the key to the game for them is to keep moving. Because Riga plays a style of defense that if you stand still in the corner, they're going to beat you to pulp. And that's what happened last time. They didn't move enough. They just stood still, and they lost badly. So I think the key to the game for them is to move off ball and try to see if you can bring Lasmanis and Miezis in some screens with the big fella.
We'll see what kind of strategy they employ. Utrecht, they lead at 1-0 here early. Came out of the gates fast. Utrecht lost in the semifinals in their own backyard, but that was the first time we saw them this year. Then they went on to Paris and went all the way to the final. They ended up losing to Vienna as de Jong hits the deck. They're going to leave an open shooter at the top. Chavars, no. Goes off the iron. Chavars, though, cannot clean up the leftovers. Then he gets whistled for the foul. But anyway, Utrecht come in as the 11th seed. There are 3 Masters this year, 2 semifinals, 1 quarter. And they just capped the year with a quarterfinal finish in Riyadh. They lost a little steam for sure. But they're here for the first time representing.
It's good to see a first-time team. And I say first time, but I'll remind you, I played for Team Utrecht back in the day, as well as for Team Amsterdam, as well as for Team The Hague. I've been on all the Dutch squads. But for a first-time team that's been put together a couple of months ago, you know, with a bunch of fellas that have been playing for a while, with Gordy coming in and Jeroen coming in this year, it's very, very good to see them here at the finals.
1-1 game. The Aces with a nice setup that last possession, but Utrecht are going to answer with a two-piece as that one is mismanaged. Riga with an early exit in Hong Kong. We saw their 27-game win streak on the pro circuit short-circuited by Shaki Gubale in the quarters in Hong Kong. An uncharacteristic 9-point loss for super duo Carlos Lasmanis and the Aces combined 1 of 10 from long range in that one. So with that fresh in mind, we're going to see what kind of game Riga brings. Right now they trail it by 2. Lasmanis taking them on a drive to the cup. And a foul is called on the inside.
Yeah, that's a tough man to guard, especially with the way Riga screens. Utrecht brought Nesta Agassi just to play defense on these guys, I'll tell you that.
I like Agassi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw him in Paris.
For sure.
Yeah, he's a menace defensively. I like what he brings to the table. I think he's got to work on his offensive contributions.
Yeah, maybe. A little bit. But defensively, for sure, is where he prides himself and what he does well.
Meantime, game's worthy. He'll give it up to Lino Vidovin. Lino driving left, puts up a wild shot. It's missed. Jump hook is also broke on the inside. Ball back over to Red. Miezis down to the Batman. Back to Miezis. Miezis is going to chunk the deuces, but the stroke was broke. Now Batman. He'll set up shop, has it poked away. There's that harassing defense from Agassi. You get up all up in your personal business. And Lasmanis will take a rest. Agassi will do the same as Krulins will open the possession. Nice pocket pass setting up to the cutting Miezis for the leg.
That's a great play. Good screen by Miezis and just a very quick screen deny, actually, kind of. He ran away from that. Got an easy layup.
There's Jeroenimus Vanderlist, probably the second biggest threat, certainly the biggest player on the court. He's a 7-footer. He's in that Boz category.
Yep.
And if he has a big game, a big tournament, Utrecht, man, they could shock some people out here. That 1-2 combo with he and De Jong, I've seen them. They're special sometimes.
Yeah, if they can both get it going, they're a very tough team to beat. So I think when it goes to like outsider picks, they might be an outsider pick to consider, since they have 2 of the most dynamic scorers on the circuit here, as well as, mind you, Leno Witteveen, who's making a lot of great contributions this year. Played very well in Paris, hit a bunch of big shots.
Yeah, I've really been impressed with Leno this year, and I've got a chance to watch him grow. Meantime, they watched Lasmanis chunk the deuces through the bottom of the nets. Oh, Faker kicked it to the corner. Vanderlist making his move. All oxygen. Worthy tries to save it. But Leno and I played NBA 2K. This had to be like 4 or 5 years ago.
I remember this.
And he got on my head, I can't lie. He got on my head.
I try to play a bunch of video games against him, and he's too good, man.
Well, little does he know, I brought my PS5 out here to Abu Dhabi, so.
Big flex, all right, I see you.
Well, no, I just want revenge. I just want revenge. That's all it's about.
Can we tape this? Anybody on the team here? Can we have some footage of this? I'd be happy to see all of this.
That's in the archive. We're going to get it together. Meantime, the lefty stroke by Batman has this game even at 4 apiece. Kyle Montgomery, Big Boz Rosendahl here with you from Abu Dhabi. Nobody with Miezis, and he makes them pay double the price. 2-piece, no biscuit. It's 6'4". Vanderlist with the spin move. Nothing. Batman over to Krulins. The Ultimate Warrior on the drive. And he decides to take it to the corner. Heads up pass to the Lasmanis cutting. He missed the crib, but get it back to Lasmanis. And that time he puts the cookie in the cup. 7-4. And Krulins is whistling.
Yeah, this Riga team just exploded for a quick 5 points there. They were down 4-2. Now they're up 7-4, and this is what makes them so dangerous. They can score from anywhere.
So Utrecht want to get that bad taste out of their mouth. Oh! Did he put Chavars down on the ground?
He did.
Ooh-wee. I missed it. The monitor was in front of me.
No, he put him down, but
7-4. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
we needed a finish after that.
Oh, then Leno just got crossed. Oh, and sauced. That's why we call him the maze. Take another look at Norris Miezis, weaving through traffic, scoring through contact. First he left Leno behind, and then he met Worthy face to face. And finished with the scoop. Now he will finish at the line. Free throw is money. 9-4, Riga on top. De Jong couldn't knock it down from the logo. Krumens has got him beat. Scores it. So right now, Riga's clinical. Leno. That's what they need from Leno. The drive and the score. Aggressive on the attack offensively. Agassi. He's got a tough assignment trying to stay in front of the mains. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, he blocked him.
Oh, he did, but Mike, he rocked his world.
I know.
He sent him to the next episode. Now Miezis.
That Chavar's shot is looking very unorthodox. I'll tell you what. He's hitting them right, so I can't say anything about it, but it is.
Here it is. Here's the rock. Watch this. Aye. Oh, you want it? Aye.
Oh, yeah, he got him. But then he got blocked, though, so that's like $1 million move in a 1 cent
That's
finish.
true. But Miezis is a dirty double crosser.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's very tough to stay in front of him.
He's just shifty with it. But credit Worthy, though. The recovery defensively was nice. Meantime, count that. Vanderlist. He's atop the trees. I'll call him the skyscraper.
That's a good nickname for him. And look at this. Spinning in with the right-hand hook. He's so good with that. He's got a touch. Gets fouled, too. See if we can bring Utrecht back in the game with these free throws.
Vanderlist misses. But Utrecht is back in this game. They were trailing significantly earlier. Now Las Manas shifting gears. Goes to the spin move, fall away. Not happening. Chavars with the clear. Now it's Miezis' ISO game with Agassi in front of him. He wants to give it up to Batman. Then, he comes up with nothing that time. Leno swings it. Vanderlist all by himself, and he leaves it shy. Agassi will tie it up with Miezis. And I believe that should be Riga ball. I know jump ball is always awarded to the defense, but
yeah, it should be Riga ball.
Yeah, the possession didn't change, so it's got to be Riga ball as we get back to it. Cool. He steps back. He does the electric slide.
He always takes 1 or 2 step backs a game that you just look at and think, what happened?
Krumens is an assassin, man. I've been saying this about Edgar Krumens for years. Riga they don't win the 3 titles that they won without Krumens. They don't win the World Tour final. They don't win the Olympic Games without Edgar Krumens.
Yeah, that might have been the best example with him taping up his shoe like 4 times.
Oh man, that's why I call him the ultimate warrior. Like, and having the opportunity to watch Riga when they first came to 3x3, 17 and winning the Europe Cup that year. And Miezis had braces, and we were like, who are these new dudes? Oh, we know who he is. James Worthy. The drive and the yam. Crew, step back. And Worthy is going to poke that one away.
You can't keep calling him Crew, though, because you keep having me think about the guy from Minions. Crew.
Crew, no. Crew. Like, I'm loving the crew. I'm loving the crew.
That's cool. That's all right.
I'm loving the crew. Come on. We got Rachel Robinson laughing. That's a good sign. All right, 3x3 fans all up in the crowd enjoying what's in front of them. Miezis, he left him like an ex. This relationship ain't working no more. 14-9. Gains Worthy. Steps through.
Almost came through with that Euro step, and that's what he's known for, right? He bumps you with the right shoulder and kind of steps through, cuffs the ball.
He's crafty, man.
Very crafty. Can't finish, though, unfortunately.
Well, not on that particular drive. So a 5-point difference. Utrecht. Got to make him count at the line. And Worthy de Jong is able to knock that one down. Second and 2. True. 3-point difference. Lausanne. Down to Krumens. Krumens missed the clear. He got it back though. He's good with second chances. Oh. He's got a different vantage point. Vanderlist sets up.
That's a good pass.
Batman. Stroke was broke. Worthy. He's got it. Worthy. Getting tricky with it. Worthy. Sidestep. It's all net, all wet. And it's a 1-point game.
Yeah, this is better than that last game. I'll tell you what.
Krumens, no hesitation. He's going to miss it. Worthy. He's got the Wilson in his hands. Approach with caution. That man dangerous. Swings it over to Leno. Leno lets it go. His shot is missed. Chavars. Now Krumens on the drive. And a foul called on Worthy. Riga in the penalty, by the way. They got 7 fouls. Utrecht have 1 more to give. As they're up to 5. The Maze over to Batman. Down at it. No. Stroke was broke that time. Batman's going to reassess the defense. He and Miezis out top. How did he find him? You will not beat him in finders keepers.
I think there's a lot of games you won't beat him in. Finders, keepers, and maybe also horse.
That too. We got a 16-15 game, ladies and gentlemen. Now Miezis driving. How he even got that shot up to me was impressive. To sneak it past the long arms of Vanderlist. In any case, a foul is called. That'll put Miezis on the line to shoot 1, but only after a timeout on the floor. Thank you again to the Abu Dhabi Sports Council who have made this World Tour final possible. And speaking of Abu Dhabi, we got to show nothing but love to this incredible city that has been a part of the legacy of 3x3, dating all the way back to 2015. So pleased to be closing out the season here. Our 3rd time having the event. Played in Abu Dhabi, some great finals in both 15 and 16, as well as the World Tour Masters last year. You think of some of the previous classics we've had. 2015 when Dan Majsorovic, he hit that 2 to send it to overtime against Treboye, also known as Pidan. They end up winning the title. Novi Sad that year. As Miezis knocks it down. There was the Iceman show in 2016. I was here for that. Yasmin Hesegovic.
That was ridiculous.
He had some good ones. Some good ones. Meantime, off the Worthy miss, that's out of bounds and off of red. And it looks like Krumens wants to challenge it. No, Miezis waves him on. Says, no. Don't challenge that, bro.
That's smart. You got to keep that challenge for when it really matters, and it's a tight game. So.
Tight game. Worthy. He runs into Chavars. Chavars with a fist pump.
Yeah, Chavars is a very tough defender. Look at this. Sticks with him, kind of bumps him out of the way, gets his hand on the ball as well, and then Worthy kind of taps it out too. So that's great defense.
That pass nearly stolen. Las Manos. Krumens gets that one up past Worthy. Worthy now. Up top to Vanderlist, and kick it out to Leno. Leno! Oh, he missed it deep. Vanderlist just a little strong, but he didn't forget to tip. 2-point game, Riga. Miezis and Las Manos sharing the Wilson. Las Manos, ISO, hand up, throws the shot off. Crewmans to Batman. Batman to Crew. Sharon is Karen. And Riga extend their lead to 3. Vanderlist, he'll kick it out. Leno, he pulls the trigger. It's a misfire. Worthy, it's his turn. And that touches nothing but oxygen. As we're at 40 seconds to go here. Miezis, he wants to put this one away, and he does. He ain't playing with his food no more. 21-16, Riga over Utrecht. As the Latvians get it done again over the Dutch. 2-0 this year. And despite a run from Utrecht to get back in this game, they made it interesting late. I think Riga's experience, the way they moved the ball, made a difference there down the stretch. Just constantly putting pressure on that Utrecht defense, keeping them moving, and wore them down. 21-16, they win it by 5.
Yeah, so tough to guard. Lasmanis and Miezis. And actually, Krumers was on fire this game. He had layup after layup, kept moving, kept cutting it. That knee looked like it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Like he has that brace on, but it looks like he's moving well today. Utrecht came out with their best shot. I'll give them that. You know, they hit some buckets from the outside. They found the big guy inside. Just wasn't enough to beat this Riga squad.
Yeah, I'm thinking about changing Edgar Krummen's nickname to The Difference. That's a good nickname, The Difference.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a good play. Just think of the Ultimate Warrior. But oftentimes he is the difference in the game with his shot, his ability to make twos. And the dude hardly sets his feet. I don't know if I've seen any shooters that shoot as many awkward shots as Edgar Krummen's.
He looks like he's good at river dance with them quick steps. I'll tell you what, though, his step back is nasty. I remember playing against him for the first time, and he would just hit you with the side step, step back step, step back, stuff that you wouldn't think about. Yeah, a player of his size, let's be honest, because he's a big dude, and strength to be able to hit. I remember when I first saw him, I was like, who's this bus driver? What's he going to do here? And then he came in and destroyed me.
Do not judge a book by its cover. Yeah, Edgar Krummen's is a good example of that. So, we've seen action in groups A, B, C, and D's. We've just scratched the surface of day number 1. We're going to step aside for about 30 minutes. We're going to rejoin you at 6:55, but we got about a 30-minute intermission before we get back to action. So, guys, enjoy a rest. We'll see you in a half hour as the World Tour Final will continue from here in Abu Dhabi.